What up, my awesome viewers? Rio G on here. We're gonna take a look at the Precon Commander Wilhelt, the Rotcleaver. So, whenever another zombie you control dies, it didn't have decay, you make a 2/2 black zombie token with decay. At the beginning of the end step, you may sack a zombie. You do, draw a card. Alright. So the main theme of how I'm gonna do this is, of course, zombies and sacking. So it's pretty much like Marin, but not as good. I think that's like the gist of how the deck works and the way how I wanted to build it, because I have some of the stuff that are non-zombies. I actually tried that before, but it didn't work out as well because I really wanted to keep this guy, Noxious Ghoul, and he's pretty much a toned down massacre worm, let's be honest, more or less massacre worm, but not as good. So yeah, he kills everything that's not a zombie, so yeah, I didn't do the zombie stuff. So that means everything here is a zombie. Some of the more notable one is Gravecrawler, because this is instant value, instantly every turn with the commander, so that's really cool. Crypt Breaker, I didn't really use this one that much when I played. I saw it in the EDH rec. It seems like it's pretty recommended, but I have not have the chance to play this card yet, so I don't know. Your mileage may vary, mine definitely does. A Champion of the Parish, I played this card a lot. This is actually really useful, especially later on in the game when you can get the Whip of Erebos. There you go. That's super useful as your life gets. There's like this one match where my life gets to like 1, and this guy swings for a 30-30. That's epic. Undead Augur is another one of those. Die, I lose a life and I draw a card. It's pretty much like Midnight Reaper. Yeah, pretty much, but zombie. So this one, yeah, they both can go down by themselves and provide the draw, so which is good. This card, is this still a money card? I don't remember whether or not it is a money card. I used this a few times. It's okay. It's not as good as Gravecrawler in my opinion, but I'm pretty sure the comment will definitely kick me in the balls for saying this. But yeah, I didn't find it as useful because it goes back to the hand instead of having to cast from the graveyard. But yeah, I think it's pretty good too. I don't remember whether or not it's included in the Precon. If it is, it's probably a couple bucks, but if it isn't, then it's probably still a money card, which sucks. So whichever the case is, this one, this one also creates value. I rarely see this one get played. So, and then the lords are pretty good. I think this guy is not in the zombie deck, which doesn't make any sense, because they should really put this in the zombie Precon. Because he's not, so he's still a $20 card. That's crazy, right? He really should have been in Precon. He or she, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a lord. There you go. Let's see. This is pretty useful. It's another one of those lords. It's the Aristocrats, which is part of this guy. Does the same thing. This is a really good lord. Okay, so one of the awesome things they do with this card, and there you go. This guy and this guy is just so sweet, because at a point on one of my games, my zombies are essentially free without using Rooftop Storm. Yeah, and they're so powerful because I keep making 2 copies of this at a time per turn. It is so freaking epic. I think this guy is in the Precon. Saka's creature. Yeah, it's pretty good. At least 3 zombie creature cards. I haven't used the sack outlet part. A lot of the times when I played him, the game's pretty much over. So yeah. See if there's any other notable one. Oh, this one's pretty good. This one, I played this a lot. It's pretty useful because it makes a zombie which sacks it to become a decaying zombie and draws a card. And then, you know, I really wish this was in the precon. I really wish this was in the precon, because if this is in the precon, I'm literally gonna buy the precon just to get this and put it in the other decks, because damn, this card is good. This is such a good card. But sadly it's not in the precon. I think it's still like a $30-$40 card. So much money for it. But yeah, really good card. Not in precon. Really sad. Let's see what else. This is surprisingly good. This one is so good because at some point all I have is literally decaying zombies. So this is such a good card. It sacks 3 of them, which I don't care. They're gonna die anyways, and it slows everyone down, which is great. I have yet to play this card. I think it's good. It seems like it's good, but I haven't yet to play it, so I have no idea. Gary, I played it all the time. Sidisi, I played it all the time. This one is pretty decent, actually. Because at some point in the game, you're going to have a lot of decaying zombies. Might as well sack him to draw cards. He's pretty much the commander, but not as good, because he only works when he enters the battlefield. But so yeah. Besides that, 5-6 menace is not that bad. But he also has the god effect where it dies. You put it on the 3rd to the top or something, so he keeps coming back, which is pretty cool. Then come to the non-creature spells. I mean, Mana Crypt is nice if you can get it. It's $100 or so. It's not worth it. But if you can, it's great. If you can't, it's fine. A lot of the expensive cards, I am going to say that. If you can get it, it's great. If you can't get it, it's fine. Except for Grave Packs, because Grave Pack is such a MVP in the deck, along with Dictate of Erebos, that it's kind of worth it to put down $30 for Grave Pack for this deck, because Grave Pack plays such a big role. It's basically another Dictate of Erebos, because without Grave Pack, you can do Butcher of Malakir in a pinch, but because he's a vampire and not a zombie, he's gonna die due to the Gruul. So, and you can't summon him for free from Rooftop. So, you can use Butcher of Malakir to replace Grave Pack, but it's just the tempo won't be as good, but your wallet will thank you for not getting Grave Pack. But yeah, it depends on how healthy or unhealthy your wallet is for a lot of these cards, because like, do you need Shadow Spear? No. Do you want Shadow Spear? Yeah, because what if you deal with Avacyn and Shalai? It's like that. Now, this is what it's for. This is basically a one-stop shop to shut down Avacyn Shalai combo, so it's really awesome. Let me see what else is good. I think a lot of this is in the precon. I don't think the revives are in the precons. This card. I don't really get to use it at all. I have it in my hand, but a lot of the times when I have it in my hand, it's either I don't have enough mana or zombies to make it worth it, or when I do, it's like it's too late. Like the game is almost over anyway. So yeah, it's like one of those cards. You can take it or leave it. If this is the precon that you have, or the only precon that you have, take it. Why not? I'm pretty sure it's pretty sweet. But If this is not your first rodeo, then I say you can leave it. It's not a big deal. Some of the draw cards are pretty common. Speed up the deck. Let's see. Heuristic study. Do you need it? No. Do you want it? Yes. It's like that. So if you can replace it with something cheaper that's more focused on the deck, that's great. If you can't, and you have a very healthy wallet, then yeah, why not? It's another $30 card, so yeah, $30 for a comment too. That's how bad it is now. I think that's in the pre-con. Why is this not in the freaking pre-con? I have no idea. This is a $10 card. It's so good for the deck. Not being in the pre-con doesn't make sense. Like, there are some of these cards that is like, man, how come you don't put this in the pre-con? Like, seriously. There are some of those cards where I'm scratching my head wondering, like, why don't you put this in the freaking pre-con? But, yeah. This is one of those cards. It's only $10, so it's not as bad as, Grave Pact or something like that. But, yeah, you should get this card. You really should get this card. It's $10, but you should get this card. It's really good. Is this another revive? Take it or leave it. Siphon Mine, just draw a card. Take it or leave it. This card is a $1 card now, so this is a must-have for any tribal deck. And considering the fact that it's a $1 card and not a $15 card anymore, thank you for reprints, because this card is now a $1 card and not a $15 card. Reprint, so good, love it, absolutely love reprint. I think this card is still expensive. This card, take it or leave it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it that much. A lot of the times I'll be drawing way too many cards after you discard a whole bunch of cards. So yeah, I think you have Zombie Apocalypse. You can put that in for this. I'm not sure if Living Death is on the pre-con, but if it is, then yeah, put it. If not, you can replace it with Zombie Apocalypse. That's pretty much more or less the same. Rooftop Storm. This is in pre-con. Good job. Good move. Having this in a pre-con is a must for a zombie deck. If you have a zombie pre-con and you don't have this, you're a disgrace. But you have it. So good job. I applaud you for having this in the pre-con. It's really good. Okay, now comes the land. Honestly, a lot of these lands, take it or leave it. If you have it, it's great. If you don't spend money on getting them. I mean, a freaking Underground Sea is like a $500 card. Do you need this? No. Do you want it? Probably. But you don't need it, so you don't need to spend that kind of money on Underground Sea. Watery Grave, probably a $10-15 land. No, not necessary. Urborg, if Urborg is still like $11 land, that's probably worth it. But if it's more than like $11, it's probably not worth it, because it makes everybody else swap. And if you're in a play group like mine where everybody has something to do with black, you're helping everyone else. So you're not really helping yourself out as much as you think you do. So yeah, it's like that. Temple of False God. Why not? You don't have a lot of ramp, so why not? But this can screw you over. So yeah. It's okay. I think this is also a $10 land or something like that, so it's probably expensive. Probably not worth it. Probably don't do it. I think this one's cheap. It's probably like a either a dollar land or a set land. But if it's more of that, that's not worth it. If it's not, I think it's also in your precon, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. You don't need this. You kind of don't want it, because it can screw you over sometimes if you only have one color. This is fine. I think this is in the precon. I think most precons have this now, so yeah, put exotic orchid. I think the bounce land is in the precon. If it's not, it's literally a set land. It's like 25 cents for it, so it's a bounce land. Field of the Dead. Do you need it? No. Do you want it? Maybe. I haven't really have a game where I use Field of the Dead where I'm like, huh, I'm really glad it's here. It hasn't been the case. Ancient Tomb, I think this is still a $40. It's not worth it. Don't do it. A Cavern of Souls. Is this still a $20 to $30 land? If it is, don't do it. If it's like a $10 land, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And I think that's pretty much the only stuff that's worth mentioning. Like a lot of the lands, honestly, leave it, don't take it, and just replace it with swamps and islands. Just do it. It's Commander. It's supposed to be casual. So unless your play group is hardcore, you're screwed. If not, just put basic swamps and mountains. I mean, that's swamps and mountain. Swamps and island. Just put basic swamps and islands. It'll do just fine. I honestly think so. A lot of the times with the casual play group, you're just chatting most of the time. Playing the game is like secondary to the actual hangout, so it's fine. You don't have to make your deck super competitive. You're going to be targeted. You're going to be taken down pretty quickly anyway, so it's not worth it. That's kind of my 2 cents. So, if you want to get this deck, you certainly can. It's probably going to be like $1,000, just because the one freaking land's $500. So, yeah. Don't do it. If you can do cheaper than this, yes, do it. But this is just for your enjoyment and for me to stand a good chance against the AI, because they use really powerful cards in this game. So yeah, honestly, I think you can do a much more casual build. If you really want a casual build of this, I can do it. Just comment down below, let me know if there's enough interest. I'll put the time in, make a casual built deck of this. Yep, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you like the video, you like it. Subscribe, thumbs up, comment, the bell for more content. Support me directly on locals down below as well. You guys stay awesome.